welcome back to another week. As you can tell from the video description, today is actually going to be it's going to be an at-home video tutorial on how to do acrylics at home. Hopefully, I know that during the quarantine, a lot of people have been wanting their nails done. A lot of people have been asking me to do an at-home routine and everything like that, just because I have my nails done. I did initially plan to do it on my finger, but I thought it would be more beneficial, which is why I took all my nails off. But I did think it would be more beneficial to show you guys on the hand, just so I'm able to like put it and show you, you know, everything. I even kind of prepped the nails to be with white acrylic, so you would be able to see everything. But like I usually always say, I'm gonna ask you guys to hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications so you know when I'm posting a video. I know it's been about like 2 weeks or so since I posted a video. It has been a lot of family stuff going on. I won't get into too much detail about that, but I am back, and like I said, we got videos coming every Wednesday and Sunday now, so let's just get into it. So like I said, I just basically got one of these little fingers, and I will include links on where you can get some of these. I was in school to be a licensed nail tech, so a lot of my supplies did come from the nail supply, but I will try to find links for you guys so that you're able to buy the same products, maybe like off of Amazon, just because we're under quarantine right now. And hopefully that you guys are able to accomplish, you know, learning how to do acrylics at home. So let's just get into it. I'm basically going to walk you step by step through the whole process of how you're supposed to prep your nails, so on and so forth.
Drive at top speed, let's get it out. Wake up, victory's mine. On top, still on the grind. Gotta go get it right now. Holla at me if you with me. It's time. I take the signs above. I know that we're gonna make it.
Like I said, if you were doing it as if you were doing a regular nail, the next thing that you would do is you would take what is known as your dehydrator, which is gonna eliminate any oils from the nails so that the acrylic is able to stick and stay on your nails for a long period of time. Again, I got this from the nail supply, but I will try to find some for you guys. So like I said, I'm just gonna prep it as such. You're gonna pretend, obviously, this is the tip. As you can see that this is the tip, and you'll take, like I said again, you're gonna take the dehydrator and you're gonna apply it to your nail, which is where the acrylic is gonna be sticking, of course. The next thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna take your primer, and this helps with obviously bonding the acrylic and everything to your nail. So the acrylic and the powder, well, not the acrylic and the powder, the acrylic and the monomer, which is your liquid, it's gonna help with that. So you're just gonna basically put that right there, so on and so forth. Boom, that is done. So boom, there we go. Okay, so when it comes to your brush, you want to make sure, okay, so you're gonna get a brush based off of whatever size is your preference. You do have different size brushes. I have a size 12. And when you learn about nails, you learn about different brush sizes. Obviously, it goes up based off of your preference. You're able to pick up bigger balls. It's whatever is kind of comfortable for you. You don't want to use too small of a nail brush though, just because you then you're going to be applying acrylic all day. So what happens is you get a brush like that. So you see how, I don't know if you guys can see it, but at the tip, my brush is really, really flat right here. So when you get a brush, normally when you go to a nail supply, if you were like in school or you're a licensed nail tech, they will basically take some pliers and they will press the brush right here. So if you're buying your own brush, you want to do that so that the brush is basically flat right here, and it'll create a look just like this. You don't press it too much. You just apply a little pressure, and boom, there it is. So when it comes to acrylic, you have different kinds of balls that you can create with the liquid and monomer. You don't want to have too wet of a bead, which is the same thing as ball. You don't want to have too wet of a bead, and you don't want to have too dry of a bead, because if so, then it's just not going to react well with your primer, and it's going to cause your nail to break easier, so on and so forth, and cause you other issues. So, and you don't want it too wet, because then guess what? The acrylic is actually going to run down into your cuticles, which causes your nail to actually lift. I just took my brush, I dipped it in there. You want to make sure that you burp your brush. So when you burp your brush, you basically just press it down at the bottom, and you basically will get rid of any bubbles that may be in the brush. And then guess what? You're going to take that. So I only wipe one side off. You want to make, like I said, you want to make sure that the brush is wet. And then I basically just pick up a bead. You guys can see it there. And it just depends on you where you want to start your bead. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's up to you. But me, I just kind of, whatever feels comfortable for me, that's what I do. So, as you can see. And then you want to take what is known as the belly of your brush, which is this part right here. And you want to press the acrylic down. Okay. And basically you create this, you repeat this same process through the entire thing. So you see how my brush is kind of like folded in now. I don't know if you can see it, maybe from the side. There you go. Because it's like I'm using the belly of my brush to pat the acrylic into place how I want it to be. Now you want to also invest in what is known as a microfiber towel. You will see this a lot at like salons and everything, but with the microfiber towel, it basically pulls any excess acrylic off of your brush, because you don't want to keep dipping acrylic that's on the brush back into your liquid, because then it's going to build up in your brush. Once it builds up into your brush, it's really hard to get it out unless you have the right stuff to get it out with. And the thing is, you'll end up messing up the brush itself, like the bristles and everything on the brush, because it'll be so much acrylic in there that you would have to scrape out, and you end up pulling out some of the, obviously, the little hairs and the bristles in the brush. So basically that's just to prevent that from happening. So like I said, you repeat the same process.
Wake up, victory's mine. On top, still on the grind. Gotta go get it right now. Holla at me if you're with me.
Now a good way to see how much acrylic you have applied is to look at the nail from the side. When you're applying acrylic, you want to make sure that you're building up the apex right here. So I will go back in, I will add some more right here. But you don't want it, and then also you don't want your nail too thin, because obviously if you hit it on something, then it's going to cause it to chip, or it's going to cause it to break.
Second verse, I'm telling you I'm ready to go, letting you know, because I'm never below the ones that I roll with, are incredibly known for getting down to the nitty gritty. If you really
now, the better you apply your acrylic initially, the easier it is for you to file when you get ready to file. I will say that. So if you just apply, and the thing is, when you first are learning, yes, it is really hard for you to apply acrylic a certain way and also evenly. So when you're doing that, it's just like practice. Like I said, practice makes perfect. So you just kind of learn how to pat certain things into place, because guess what? When you go back to file, it's not super hard. Or as you can see, the way that I'm applying it, it looks very, very symmetrical across, because it is. Okay. And there's that.
Gonna take over God, we gon' make it. Show the world that I shine in our greatness. Keep it real, never gon' fake this.
Again, like I said, I purchased my brushes and everything from, initially when I wanted to learn how to do nails, I purchased some things from Amazon, but I didn't have everything that I needed. But like I said, I'm going to search for you guys just to see if I can find everything, and hopefully I can, just so you can do very, like basic and everything, basic nails. But anyway, so the thing that you do to make sure that the nail is dry, you tap it to see if it has if it's hard. So you see how back here, it's dry. Up here, it's not. It's still a little wet. So we're gonna wait for a little bit, and then we'll go back and we'll do whatever we need to do. Okay, so I was just going back to check the nail just to make sure. But like I said, you see how the whole nail is hard now? Okay, so the best way to know that you're filing evenly across is what I do, and I do the same thing with my own nails, is you're gonna take it and you're gonna file at the top. And across, like, you can file it across like your finger so you can get an idea of how straight it is. So, like I'm doing right here. Okay, and look at that. That's such a cute little nail. I said, just file across. I'm going crazy with the files. When you have like new files, they are super sharp. And trust me, many a times when I first started doing nails, I have cut my finger wide open, like a whole thumb. Like I basically look like I took a knife to it. So you just want to be extra precautious when it comes to that. Try not to file too hard, just because sometimes these nails, when you're practicing on the fingers, they be popping off. I'm not even about to lie to you. But yeah, so you just basically go in like a seesaw motion. So you gotta go like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and you just repeat that.
I'm at top speed, let's get it out. Wake up.
And when you're applying acrylic, like I said, you can see how, I don't know if you can see on here, but there's a little bit of a spacing in between the cuticle and the nail, like very, very slight, so that the acrylic doesn't get onto the cuticle, which again, like I said earlier, it'll cause it to lift. That's another reason why the nail will lift or break. But as you can see, that's the nail. Then you're gonna take your buffer and you're gonna buff out the nails. Duh. And boom. And then they do it sometimes. And honestly, when I be buffing my own nails, honestly, it don't really be hurting. Like when I used to go to the nail salon, they used to be killing my nails. I'm like, y'all are buffing the crap out of my nails. Like, sis, I still want my nails when I leave, period. And y'all is playing. And obviously you get underneath. Of course, with a regular finger, it's more space here, so it's easy for you to get underneath. But it's basically to make it smooth. When you do your, like I said, when you do your nails, you will see how sharp your nails are and how they can be. So you just want to make sure that it's nice and smooth. And boom, it's nice and smooth. The consistency is super nice. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, 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 boom. And there we go. Okay, so today, like I said, today is not like a shaping video. It's just really basic acrylic. I think I'm going to do some little classes on my Instagram page, on my actual like my beauty page and everything for my nails and all that, on shaping and like designs and all of that stuff, just because I really like doing that stuff and I think it'll be fun. But I thought it'd be nice for you to learn how to do acrylic, so you can do acrylic, and then if y'all want to learn how to do the other stuff, guess what? Des is gonna have some lessons out here for y'all, and y'all can be ready. They're ready to hit these streets when they open back up. All right. Okay, so you don't want to have a bunch of, again, it's similar to how you do the acrylic and everything when you're wiping off, or I guess the liquid. You got to wipe off one side of the brush. You don't want to have too much polish on, and I take it and I slightly dab it across the other side, so I literally only have a little bit of product on the brush, like so. You guys can see. And you'll start, obviously, and you'll make it basically like a fan. And you just want to slowly but surely take it down. Take it down, take it down. And like I said, it's easy for me to paint both of my nails and everything now, just because it comes with practice. We practice. When I tell you, my teacher, she made us polish every day. We were so tired of polishing, but it does come in handy, because then guess what? Now you know how to polish properly. And you don't think some people get like, maybe everybody is familiar with color acrylic and all this stuff, but a lot of people still get regular gel polish, so it's nice, and regular polish too, so people know how to polish. And boom, there you can see. Don't that polish look good, y'all? Okay, we're gonna stick it under the light. Hope I ain't running into nothing. So I'm gonna stick it under the light for, let's see. I'm gonna go with on your top coat. My top coat that I use is by the one and only Miss Kira Sky. I love this, and it is a non-white top coat. Can't see it. Okay, there we go. So, and like I said, as you get familiar with stuff, You just, like, when you're at the nail salon, they use wipe. You know, they always wipe off your nails, but you don't have to wipe it off. And honestly, I feel like the sheen of the nails stay there for a long period of time, at least with the Kiara Sky. So, hey, I like that. I like that. I like that. But yeah, y'all. Like I said, I hope y'all really learn how to do nails from this video, and that it really works out for y'all. And when you're doing polish, gel polish at least, the coats that you put on, they are going to be sticky until you put on your top coat. Of course, when you're at the nail salon, you wouldn't know that because you're not touching the nail. So it's going to have like more of like a tacky kind of texture to it. I say you wipe off the excess. You don't want to have too much polish, because guess what? If you have too much polish on the nail, it's going to cause your nail to peel when you have gel polish, or to chip easy, or too thick. And that's something that I learned over time, because it's like I didn't really I didn't really know that, but that's what happened. Okay, as you can see, that second coat, baby, it be coming through. Noise. Okay, second coat. Well, don't it look good, y'all? Okay, and I was like, I'm putting it there for 99 seconds. Taking over for the 99 and 2000s. Now I'm going back to apply the top coat, because this is dry. Like I said, you can touch it and feel it just to see. And like I said, it'll have a sticky texture, but it'll still be on there. So, I said, you're going to take your top coat and boom. Apply your
wake up, victory's mine. On top, still on the grind. Gotta go get it right now. Holla at me if you with me. It's time.
Look at that. And hopefully today I have taught y'all how to do acrylic at home. Like, let's get into that nail though. It looks nice, right? And like I said, you can do all this stuff with, like, you don't need to have a drill. Of course, you can use regular polish instead of using gel polish. They do have some polish that acts like a gel polish, so you don't have to cure it necessarily, but that's a thing. And of course, with the real nail, what I would normally do is I'm gonna take my cuticle oil and I would be like boom, 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 all around this part, all around your cuticles. And sis, that is how you do your nails at home, because guess what, we are balling on a budget. But yeah, I hope y'all really enjoyed today's video. I really enjoyed doing this video. I've been wanting to do it for a while now. I did have another video recorded, but it did not come out how I wanted it to. So I just thought it would be really beneficial for me just to, you know, do this for you guys and just re-record it. I didn't have a problem with doing that at all, because, hey, it's for my people out here. I know how it be. But thank you guys for watching. If you're not already subscribed, then guess what I'm gonna ask you to do? Hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications. I really do hope y'all enjoyed today's video. I really enjoyed doing this video today, and I hope that after watching this video, you know how to do acrylic from home now. And feel free to put any questions that you have down in the comments below. I'm definitely good at responding and getting back to y'all as soon as possible. I ain't got nothing else going on, so hey, it is what it is. But yeah, love you guys. Until later, bye.
It'll take all we got, we gon' make it.